I think that we have done a very, very, very poor job as basketball coaches across the country in letting people make up rules that affect our profession that aren't in our profession. And it is done that way because basketball is the toughest sport of all, tougher than football because of the numbers of participants we have. We have 347 head coaches. Trying to get those 347 head coaches even close to on the same page with the wide variety of financial differences in those schools is a lot different than football. And we always talk about team and that everybody's got to be on the same page. I don't think we've done that, me included, all of us. And so because of that, other people start, making rules that I think a lot of people would agree. The NCAA does some very good things, but some of the things that are done, I really struggle with, taking a day off is a great example. That's fine. It's a football rule because they play once a week. So it's easy to take a day off. Now there's times this year we played 4 times in 1 week. 3 in Maui, and that's that because we have a calendar that's a little different. Each week, at the beginning of the year, you decide what day is your starting day. Sometimes it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And then you have 7 days from that point to take a day off. What you do is you go through your schedule and you figure it out. What's the best starting day? Last year ours was Sunday. And it has to be the same. This year ours was Thursday. It seemed great. It seemed best it could be. Last week, finals ended Thursday. I thought, wow, this is going to be great. We get to practice Thursday a couple times. Then I found out we had to take a day off because if it's one day, even during break that you're in school, you have to take a day off that week. And that's a football rule. That they don't have to deal with that. So I think that some of these rules, we don't get together as an organization and really stick up for it because until it happens to you, you never know, whether it be phone calls, whether it be this, to be honest with you, and this will tick off some people, but even the practice hours that you went through, I wasn't a big fan of waving the banner that everybody's doing something wrong because I think some of them are just so made to that. Now what's happened is the penalties. Think about it. These were hand slaps. These were you turn yourself in. And they've escalated, And so I did think about a lot of things. And the one thing I'm going to try to think of for 5 months is we have to take our game back a little bit. We, meaning all the coaches, have to figure out what is right. There's nobody that's been a bigger proponent for academics than I have. Walked it and talked it, case closed. But there are so many good guys out there, good coaches, and we are making our profession look like it's the Keystone Cops and it's Bonnie and Clyde, It's not the way it is. We have the same problems you have in your profession. There's people that do it wrong, but the number is small and the rules are made to be big. And so my statement would be that I paid the price and I think it'll help some people. I don't know if it'll solve the problem. It'll help some people figure out what you got to do and what you can do and can't do. I don't think that's the issue we were looking to solve. And not to be a smart aleck about it, but I get Al Capone for tax evasion instead of, that's kind of what I think happens. But if they think, I support them 100%, that if they think that's going to solve our problems, fine. I think our problems got to be solved by the people that are in it every day. And that's us. We're in it every day. And I don't think it should be solved by squealing on people. I think it should be solved by manning up. Like somebody does call them up. I'm telling you, football I know they have their problems, but they're way ahead of us because their fraternity is tighter. They do call each other out more, and they take care of their own problems. And so I can't blame the NCAA or anybody else. We didn't take care of our problems, I guess, or we didn't maybe step up enough, and so now we left it in some other people's hands. But those people's hands, I mean, I don't know all the people making decisions, but I mean, some of them are people that are never been out on the recruiting trail, never worked with a kid. I mean, if you looked at a game, I'll take the easiest one to me that bothers me the most is practice time. There's not a coach in America anymore that would practice his guys into submission. We're not stupid. That was a good question you asked. You do got to be careful. But if TV tells you got to play 3 times a week, should you go into a game without preparing for it? That doesn't even make sense. That's not fair to the kids. There wouldn't be a kid in America that would vote for that. And so a lot of times rules are made for certain sports, and then everybody, gets the backlash from it. I'd like to be in football and take a day a week off. You say every Monday I'm taking off. They do it in the NFL every week. Could change a little bit. They keep having these Thursday, Wednesday night games, but never will there be a football game played more than once a week. Never, ever. So if they play Thursday, they don't play till the following Saturday. We could play, this year we've broken the record. We've never played all 7 days a week because we never played on a Friday. This year we opened on a Friday. So we're going to play every day of the week. And that makes it more difficult. And I think when rules are made, we're not thinking of all the things like that. And but if there's one thing that I figured out, it's our fault, my fault. I'm the one that, maybe didn't stick up enough, didn't say enough. And so then somebody else takes over that. So I think I'd put it out there to all college basketball coaches. We better get our arms around ourselves. And instead of ripping football with some we better learn from them that they've got they got their own problems. Someone's going to say, well, look at football and this and that. But for the most part, I like the way they do it. They call each other out, pick up the phone. They kind of rally together at their convention, boy, and it's not everybody looking for something different. It's what's the best for the game, and I don't know if we've done that enough. So that's what I'll try to do and hang tight. But I went through a lot of different things.